Welcome to Monday's lessons for English and Maths. Let's go through the slides together. Our first activity for the day will be writing. As you know, this term we're going to be focusing only on informative texts. And informative texts have the word inform, where we give information. Last week we were looking at different groups of animals and writing sentences about why they are vertebrates, parts of them. Today and this week we are focusing on labeling using our information about what we see on the animal, as well as some adjectives. And remember, adjectives are describing words, and they describe the noun. So they describe a person, a place, or a thing. If we look at the picture here, we can see that we've got a lion. We see the different parts of a lion, like teeth, paws, a mane, and a tail. And then there are these words in front of them. So if I get my pen and we highlight underneath, we can see that it's not just teeth that they're pointing at. They've got this word, sharp. Sharp is an adjective. It is describing the teeth of the lion. We didn't use the word blunt because we can see that they are pointy. So blunt would not be a great adjective here. We still need to make sure they are informative. Here we've got the word fluffy to describe the mane. Here, for tail, they've used the adjective long. And for, here we have, for paws, we have a number. Numbers are a way of describing how many there are. So again, it will be considered an adjective. What I would like you to do before you start the writing lesson, I'd like you to watch the What is an Adjective song. There is one part where he describes mummy, and the mummy being the mum, but their spelling is M-O-M, which is the American spelling. So just keep in mind it's mummy as in M-U-M-M-Y. Okay. When you're ready and you've finished, I'd like you to now go to the next slide and we'll get started. Okay, welcome back. Now today, let's read our goal. We are going to identify and describe parts of an animal. We are going to write 1 to 3 sentences. And that's up to you. And we are going to write sentences that only, or tell us information only. Now I've got steps. So step 1, label the parts of a lion. Today, your lesson starts with the labeling already done for you. So it's kind of like a modeled lesson, just like in class. Then step 2, you're going to add an adjective. Again, you may choose different parts of the animal or the lion that you would like to add more to, but we've already done some for you in case you're not sure. And then step 3, choose one part of the animal to write a sentence about. Now it doesn't have to be one part, 3 sentences. You can choose to make your first sentence about their teeth, the next sentence about the mane, and I might put in something about the tail, but it's up to you. And I've got this sentence starter here. So under sentence starter heading, it says a lion has. That's just one option, one way of you being able to start your sentence. So here I have my sentence starter. I can see that my lion has been labeled and it starts with a lion has. Now I want to put in, I think I'll put in long tail. I like that. So a lion has is already there. So all I know, I need the word a long tail. And I know my message finishes with a full stop. Now, if I had extra information that I already knew, like say for example, has sharp teeth, and I know they use their sharp teeth to eat their food, I could say a lion has sharp teeth to eat their food. and that would make an even better sentence. I'm going to keep it simple for this demonstration. So a lion has a long tail. Now remember, the word a is our sight word. It's a simple word, and when it's in the middle of a sentence, it's lowercase. So a lion has a long tail. Now for the word long, I know it's on the page, but I'm just going to remind you of the strategy of stretching your sounds that you hear and using those sounds to write an unknown word. This is a really cool skill that you can do when you're starting to write sentences. So a lion has a L on. Now I know the little word on is O and N, so I don't even need to try and stretch that. So oolong. And then I've got my G. Here we go. A lion has a long tail. And we've got it. And let's see what comes next. A-L. A-I-L. There we go. And my full stop is already there. And I'm going to keep rereading my sentence out loud using my voice to make sure that it makes sense. A lion has a long tail. Full stop. I think that makes sense. It sounds right. It looks right. And Mrs. DeBay's handwriting has improved since last week. So I'm quite happy with that. Now I can't wait to see what you come up with. Remember, you can either submit your work into the doc. You can write on a piece of paper and then put the photo of your work onto the doc, which would be excellent. That way you get to practice your handwriting. Or you might even just watch this video, write it on a piece of paper and not submit it, but just show a family member and they will mark your work. It's up to you. Either way, I look forward to seeing your great, fantastic work. And so you'll stop this video, finish your activity, and then come back for the next task. Enjoy! Okay, welcome back. Today's Whooshkaa book, or this week really, is I Can See. Now this is what the book looks like. You'll find it in your Whooshkaa account. So again, you log in, Leveled Library, and click on the book I Can See. This week and last week, things have changed a little bit. You've got access to more books. That's so you can read some extra books if you'd like to. But today and this week's focus is just I Can See. And if you've read it already, that's perfectly fine. So you click into the book, click onto the yellow play button, and have a listen to the book being read to you. Once you've done this, if you'd like to, you can have a go at reading the book yourself. But if not, that's fine. After Whooshkaa, you may pause the video, complete your Whooshkaa activity, and then come back. We've got spelling. You've got 5 new words for the week. This activity for today is where you will be writing your spelling words in your neatest handwriting 5 times. So our first word is little. Our second word is this. Next word is we. The next sight word or spelling word is are, and our last word is here. Have a great time in completing your spelling activity. Remember, it's all about remembering what the word looks like, remembering what the letters are that makes up that word, not just about reading. It's very important to know the structure, so when you have to write it on your own, you'll remember. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, have fun guys. Remember the doc on paper or submitting to your parents, and I think that's it. And then when you're ready, come back for the next activity. Hi guys, this week for maths, we're doing one of my favorite activities, which is subitizing. When we subitize, it sounds fancy, but really it's just when you've got an amount in front of you and you're going to, without counting, understand and really very quickly read and identify the amount. So if I had this up in front of me, I would look at it straight away without counting and doing my one-to-one. I just look at it and go 3. I might put this many fingers up, and without counting, I know it is 7. Another way of doing this and practicing is by using counters, by using your pasta in the pasta shells, anything really. You can practice. But one of my favorite things is these YouTube videos. So if you can't click onto the PDF and get the document or the YouTube clip, I've got the names there for you. So it's called Subotize Up to 5 or the Subotizing Song. If you ask an adult at home to find these on YouTube for you, they are great ways of practicing and having fun with subotizing. So once you've had fun with the YouTube clips, come back and we'll go to the next slide and practice some subotizing together. But for now, have fun with the YouTube videos and I'll see you soon. Okay, so now we're going to work on our subotizing together. Here we have a lot of different pictures and different collections of objects. They've got different amounts. Now the skill is to look and quickly say the amount of objects or the amount of dots, the amount of lines, the amount of fingers, whatever it is, to quickly identify without counting. But when I say not counting, it doesn't mean, hey, I can identify number and then I know this much more would make this. So sometimes you kind of, without realizing, might create something in your mind. But what we are not doing is saying, oh, how many fish? 1, 2, 3. We're definitely not doing that. We're not practicing our one-to-one. This is a different skill, and you'll really benefit from this when you move on to other number activities. This will help you also in year 1, in your other activities with like counting with addition, subtraction, and so forth. Okay, so let's get started. We can see the fish here. Straight away, my mind is saying 3. If you've also said 3, you are correct. Your mind, without realizing, can see 2 and 1 more, or it might also be remembering what 3 looks like on a dice. We know that 3 goes across diagonal like that as well. If I look at the aliens, without counting, I can subotize and I can say that that is 4. Now with the pencils, I can see 3 and 3. Automatically I know double 3 is 6. So I can straight away say, this is 6. Now it can be tricky, so you need practice. And the tricky question here, the whales, 4 and 4, straight away I see 4 and 4 and my brain goes, that's double, Mrs. Dubé, double 4 is 8. Here we go. Now again, remembering, we can see patterns. You quickly identify the number. I can see 3 and 2. Straight away, I know 3 and 2 are 5. So I would put 5 here. Now the next question. It's our 10 frame, guys. And with our 10 frame, we know that the first row that is filled in will always be 5. They've just tilted it a bit. So it's still the row, but it looks like a column here. But we still know that is 5. So we're going to put 5 here. Now with the fingers, I see 2 and 2. And straight away I know double 2 is 4. So I can subotize that this is 4. And then our next one, nice and easy, is 3. Now with subotizing, guys, you might find that you try and start counting. That means you still have a bit of practice to do. So remember, it's all about quickly identifying, maybe even within 3 seconds. So if it takes you about 10 seconds or 15 seconds to get the answer for some of the larger numbers, maybe you need a bit of practice and challenge yourself to try and get it quicker. Now we're going to go to the next slide. Here, it's all your turn. You're going to either click on this dice if you can, and it'll give you a virtual dice to go to, or you can ask an adult to type online dice into Google, or you might have a dice at home that you can use. Your task, you're going to roll the dice and then either cover or cross out one of the squares that matches that amount. So if I rolled a 2, just like in this picture, I am going to look at this chart and find 2, and here it is, and I'm going to cross this one out. And then, again, it's all about finding the subitizing pattern without counting. Some of them can be quite tricky, especially 6. So with 6, it's important, or 5, it's very important to find patterns, guys. So basically, if I look here, I see 2, I know 2, 2, and 2 are 6. So straight away, my mind sees those patterns and I can identify that as 6. And if I rolled a 6, I would cross this one out. So it's a bit tricky when it gets to the higher numbers, guys. They'll try and trick you by making the pattern look different. But this is what subitizing is. It's all about identifying an amount no matter what it looks like. Gets tricky. We're going to practice this all week because we have to do with dice patterns, we have to do regular, non-regular, with dominoes, and with real life objects. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, now I'm going to stop talking and you're going to pause this video, or stop it really, and have fun completing the activity. I look forward to seeing it on either the doc, a picture, or again, if you can't do that, that's fine. You can submit it into your to your parents or someone at home. Okay, have fun, guys, and that's it. Bye.